Hey guys, Xfox here, and yep, this is going to be another Diablo 3. Well, as of recent, I've been doing a few Diablo 3 videos. So if you guys haven't already, you guys can check out my Permastun Monk build that I have. I actually tweaked him a little bit more to make him a little bit better and a little more efficient, and I'll probably do a video on that so you guys can check it out. But what is this going to be about? This is actually going to be about the new expansion, Reaper of Souls on Diablo 3. I mentioned it before in some of my previous videos, but I really didn't go into depth on some of the new stuff. I don't know how many of you guys are keeping up with sort of the expansion and what's coming out. I know they announced this at BlizzCon, and I think they teased it a little bit beforehand. But I just really want to talk about some of the new cool things coming out, again, for some of you guys who really don't follow along or maybe are waiting until others get back into it. As of right now, I'm really not playing it a ton because really, all I can do is farm for gear. And if you guys haven't seen already, they're having sort of a new, what they're calling Loot 2.0 in the new expansion. And what that's going to basically be all about is they're changing up how the sort of the rares drop, right, and the commons drop. They're going to start sort of like nerfing those a little bit, so you don't get as many, but they're going to be a little bit more. They're going to be a little bit more, I guess, better stats in comparison to just the bunch of garbage that you typically get. However, you do have a chance in some of the legendaries to actually roll higher than I think a level 62 right now. I think you can go up to like level 70 or something like that, 72 or 75. But one of the cool things is you can actually get affixes on those that are actually very specific for your character. So you can get extra dex or something very specific to your character on that item. Everybody hates it where you're playing and then you get a legendary drop and it sort of sucks because it's not really meant for your guy. So they changed it up and it actually looks pretty cool. And I'll definitely probably save all of my gold and everything until the new weapons start dropping. And seeing, I don't know if they're going to be like a bind on pickup or a bind on account type deal, but I know that the weapons and stuff are going to be a lot cooler. So as that comes out, any of you guys want to go ahead and farm with me, definitely let me know. They are going to add a new thing which is called loot runs, if you guys haven't seen that already, which is pretty cool. I think they said they take about 30 minutes each run, and you get some pretty cool loot instead of just doing, like Act 4 or whatever like that. They are adding a new act, guys, which is going to be a little bit tougher. It's basically the, after you kill Diablo, which is going to be pretty sweet. Sort of surprised to see that. If you guys already know, they're adding the Crusader, which is sort of a, looking at it, he looks sort of like a mix between like a barb and a witch doctor slash, demon hunter. He's sort of like an in-between range type fighter. Now, also, the big thing that I like is the Paragon level is not going to be capped at 100 anymore. It's actually going to be capped. Actually, I don't think there's going to be a cap. So that's when I'll start playing again and grinding some Paragon levels away. You guys already know I hit Paragon level 100 on my monk a long time ago. I still do have a barb, but what's going to be cool is if you're Paragon level 100, that's actually across the board now. So there's no need to create a monk and then Paragon level 100 him, create a barb, Paragon level 100 him. It's actually account wide, which is awesome because that takes away hours and hours of playing. So, there's a lot of other cool stuff in this expansion, but those are the real big ones. Basically, the removal of the Paragon system as well, or not removal, but removal of the cap, as well as the new Loot 2.0 and some of the item-specific drops. I keep checking this out. Hopefully, some of you guys, again, out there who are not keeping up with it might watch this and be like, wow, maybe it is worth getting the expansion to see. I definitely think it's going to be sort of worth it. One of the things that I am sort of disappointed on, of course, is going to be I think sort of the non-enhancements or non-focus on the PvP aspect. If any of you guys have PvP'd, you know that basically Demon Hunters is one-shot, two-shot, everything. So, yeah, I'm just sort of waiting for them to revamp it a little bit, whatever they're going to do it. So, you guys, thanks again. Definitely subscribe if you guys haven't already, and have a good one.